Alright, what's up everybody? It's about 7:30 in the morning. Gonna play my my par 3 here at my local Muni course, Overland Park Golf Course. So you got number 1 behind me. It's a really small setup. You look at it. We've got starting off number 1. Number 1's going to be from 96 yards, 2 898, 3 135, 4 157, 5 162, 6 74, 7 103, 8 125, and 9 142. So really not bad. Nice little course right before work. So hope you enjoy.
So starting off from 96 yards on number 1 here, my focus here is really just to kind of get the feel of the downswing right. It's really a feeling of like a lazily striking it, like the club just meets the ball. You're not really doing too much, and you'll see me struggle with this, but on some of them I get some really nice strikes. Like right here, I mean that divot. I get a lot of good divots with these strikes with this swing. So there, came up a little short. As you can see, I came up a little bit short here, but I managed to do a little chip off camera. But, got to a decent part there. Just used a 56 degree, my sandwich pretty much. And then on the comeback putt here, it should be slightly right to left, not too much. And I pulled it. Jim's method of putting, you basically are very open to the target line and the putt. So where you use the left side for the long game, the short game uses the right side. So it's really interesting, still learning, especially with putting. Now here I've got a 98-yard shot here, kind of definitely downhill. Felt like I really struck this one quite well. All things considered, it was, it doesn't look like, I'm not swinging out yet. I'm still getting used to that. So, but you can see I landed on the green, so that was good. Green regulation for me, I'll take that. Kind of a long putt though here, and I definitely gave it a good birdie chance here, and just barely missed it. Can't complain about that. I was pretty happy with the way I struck it, the putt that is, and also with the approach shot. So a par and a bogey par. So number 1 bogey, number 2 par, and here a 135-yard shot. I kind of was hurrying myself here. You'll see I didn't really make great contact with this. Kind of wiped it on the toe. It wasn't the best strike there with the pitching wedge, and I ended up significantly short. And you can see kind of in the background there, kind of where my shoulder is. The maintenance guy was right there, just waiting on me. So it kind of played a little trick on my mind of kind of like, I was in a hurry. You know that feeling when you kind of feel like you're holding somebody back from doing what they need to do, and he was trying to work. I know I was there early, so I just kind of fell under pressure, and then I'm not happy with myself. And you see him a lot closer now. He's just staring at me. So definitely getting in my head, something I really need to work on, because if I'm playing with partners, that's definitely going to get in my head too. So here's just a pro shot. I really like this shot. It was a good one. Nice little chip. Make the putt here for for bogey. Unfortunately, missed it. I just tap it. Didn't like it. Definitely shot a glance at him. He just stayed so close. I thought he could have, given me a little bit more space, and so double bogey right there. Really kind of, kind of rattled me a little bit. So I gotta be used to that, especially if I'm gonna play here a lot more. Here's a 157-yard 7-iron. Went nothing. 157. I think it went about 140. Now here's something I want to highlight. This is my traditional swing. Yes, I definitely tried it. It went through my head all day, and there it is. I think my swing looks all right. I've made a lot of progress with it, but that I just pushed it out to the right as well. And here's my chip with the original shot, and I hit the pitching wedge. It didn't look very good, and it wasn't. It went really quite long, but into the rough. But here I'm about 10 paces off from the hole, and I apologize it's not in view here, but I'm just kind of gauging my chip here in the kind of the sticky stuff. They haven't mowed this side, but it's definitely doable. I just have to get a little touch on it, and that's what I was trying on those practice swings. So here it is, a little right on the collar, and what do you know, it actually goes in. Give the thumbs up there. So a par, really nice par save, and that's what I've been doing a lot. I've been holing a lot of chips with Jim's method, and that's kind of like the number one thing I love about it so far, is that I'm really holing some nice nice chips, and so I can't complain about that. But here's a 162 yard, hitting my 6-iron, and it's heavy. It was a little fat, wiping across it again, just not getting the solid contact I need. And you see I'm significantly, mishit. And so the good thing is I do have Jim's method for the short game. So inside 100 yards, I feel pretty good, feel pretty strong. It's just the long irons, and even the regular irons, just trying to get that contact. I just need to hit the range a little bit more, practice, stay disciplined. And here, this shot, I don't have the putt coming up next because it didn't record, but I got this to like 2 feet. It was a heck of a shot, so I was really happy with that. And here's the short 74 yarder. It's just a nice little 56-degree sandwich. Pin's kind of where that tree is right ahead of me, and just needed to get a good strike, and I did. Again, still kind of wiping through. You can see my shoulders open up. That's really my problem. When I do that, that results in kind of a imbalanced strike. I got to swing out to the right side with his method. So, and there we go. Just a nice little chip. That's pretty close, so I'm happy with that. And then I just tap it in for par. So overall, not a bad hole there. Here's a different perspective from 103 yards. And I notice I'm probably a little bit too much on my left side in terms of like sliding over. But I don't know. I'll have to ask Jim about that. But here's a nice little strike. I really like the strike I had on it. I just pushed it again. And that's kind of like my miss right now. I'm pushing shots, which is kind of unfortunate. So here I'm kind of in this weird little rough area. That should be a bunker of some sort. So it's not bad. And then I, just need to get it up, need to get it somewhat close, make good contact, and I did with the 56 degree. I actually spun out of there, which I thought was pretty cool. I've been pretty good with that, and see, it's not too far away. Still got a decent amount to do here, 5-footer or so inside, and a right to left downhill, and I make the putt, so I'm really happy with that. To kind of just keep the momentum going. If you will, it was a beautiful day, so there's not much I can complain about. This is a 125 yard, number 8, and here I'm really trying to emphasize, swinging out to right, and just really getting the inside of the ball, and really focusing here. And see, I make it great. Look at that divot's at on the right side, or on the left side of the line, so to speak. I just pushed it again, which is unfortunate. And it's kind of, I don't know if it's a grip thing or not, but I don't want to get too technical, like Jim says. And here's my chip. I thought it was going to go right to left, and I was way off on that. So, unfortunately, the putt I made, but my swing shot camera didn't record it. Super bummed about that, because I kind of was pretty happy about that putt I made. So you can see it was a bit of a distance away, but number 9, low bullet, right to left. When I wipe across it, you can see my shoulders just open up, which is the toughest thing right now. So end up over here. Just got a nice little chip. That's all that was needed, and got it to a good spot option there. Good opportunity for par. And here, want to finish strong, feel good. Over the ball, and then just wipe it on the putt, and then pushed it out. But and I'm definitely disappointed, because that's +4. But this putt here for +5, and overall, yeah, that worked out.
All right, so I just finished my round. Well, no round of 9, but overall, not bad. Had some really great high draws, like Jim always talks about. That's finally showed up. I haven't had that yet since trying his method. I'm really dedicating it to it. As you'll see in the video, in my my voiceover, I definitely thought, probably like every single hole of trying a traditional conventional swing. It's like, let's just try my own swing. Let me just, rotate back, rotate through like I used to do. And, that went through my head many times. Many times I thought about doing it. I did it once. I did it once on a low driven, right to left shot that I didn't feel had that much power. It's a 157 with the 7-iron. Usually my conventional swing, I'm there and at 160 with my 7. So it's tough to go through this process and accept that some of the distances are going to be a little shorter until I really get this down. So, but I trust it, and I'm going to work continuous with it. And I shot a pretty good. I mean, actually, for me, on a par 27, shot 32, so that's 5 over. Really not bad. I had one chip in. Had some really nice shots though. On some of them that were pure contact, high draws, or even high and straight. They were really nice shots, exactly where I aimed. So that's something I get used to, and the short game is so good with this when it comes together. I still had some scuffs, I still had some thins. It's a learning process, and I've got to accept that. So hopefully I can keep it going. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. Till then, take care, stay tuned.